Hey ho everyone, and welcome to this interview featuring Eledyr from the Devastating Dialgas.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, you have been on the pre-draft discussion before, but could you once again quickly introduce yourself and maybe also tell us a bit about your assistant manager?
Yeah, sure. I'm Eledyr. I've been showed on Smogon since 2017, and I'm involved in the Ubers community since mid 2020. I've been given the opportunity to be a manager since the last year, where I lead the Devastating Dialgas, formerly with Mr. 378, but and this year with Entrocephalo, which is a very strong players in the current generation. He's also a player in across multiple generations. So yeah, uh, I'm also playing personally in RBI Hoobers and in SS Hoobers. This is the two tier that I've been playing the most. I ended up doing top 8 in the 2021 winter seasonal, if I remember correctly, and semifinals at the RBY Ubers Open one. So yeah, this is my overall experience.
Yeah, all right. So we've pretty much we were pretty much here at the interview right after the draft. Like maybe an hour after. So, how was the draft for you? Are you happy with the
Well,
selection of your players? I mean, your team has the most players by far. I think 21, if I remember
yeah,
correctly.
yeah, we are 21. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with my team. Yeah, it's been a very exhausting draft, to be honest. There were a lot of things to consider. Most of the picks were low priced, which explains why my team is so big. Um, Lots of my picks were unexpected. Like, I did not expect to pay so few for Monet. I did not expect to pay so few for Reggie. I did not expect to pay so few, even for someone like Richard. I thought Richard would go higher, even though he went for 20k. I was expecting more on him.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah, honestly, I'm very happy with the team I have. I have a lot of different players. They all have strong experience in their respective tier. I think about Shreng. I think about Frizai. Even some other players are can be well, even though some players can be considered like underdogs in their respective tier. I think about especially about Collector Ellie in RBY. We with a newer face to the tier. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy with what I've done.
All right. And as for your chances, or how do you think you will perform, general? Are there any teams you maybe think will be troublesome for you, or are there any other teams you think you will get past rather easily?
Mm, Good question. I think there are three teams in particular are that are that can be fearsome for us. I think the Vote Villains as a very solid team. Uh, they had a rough start because their retains cost so much,
Yeah.
but overall they managed to create a very solid team. We can see that FC is a very talented manager, and we saw him even though he had to concede a lot of players. He managed to get very strong starters, especially Tier, Paycard, Mimikyu Stardust, League Zero Long. All of them are very good at their respective tiers. Um, Also, I think that the other army, which is the real Drizzlers, also have a quite solid team. They have newer face like Forces of Death, but also very ancient players like Manafi, Purple Gatorade, Zesty, Upa's Dad. All of these are talented players who I think are very good and quite fearsome in their respective tier. And I think the last team that is quite quite strong is the Defiant Durians. I'm a bit concerned about how their managers will manage to keep a good environment in the team. But if they manage to do so, they are very, very scary.
Yeah. All right. And so you've talked quite a bit about your lineup already with ideas more or less, but which which players will you likely put in as starters or as players for the majority of the duration of the UPL?
Well, I have some of my players are mandatory in my lineup. I think about Risha. I think about MM2. I think about Cyberhack. All these three are my core players and among the most important. I also think Monet is likely to stay for the whole entire duration of the tour, and the Shrink too. These are respectively my black and white and my DPP slots. Um, and then there are some slots where I can see some changes. Like I think intro will be always my best of three slot, but maybe can switch with Quilly, because Quilly will be my SS slot, but maybe these two can exchange their place and it will be fine. Or even put intro in SV and replace it with another player. I don't know yet, but yeah, the overall these are all our players that are likely to stay for the entire duration of
Yeah.
the tour as starters.
Yeah, you also paid quite a bit for Freezai. Are you planning on having him on Oros for the entirety of the tournament?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I
You've
was.
also paid quite a few credits for Freezai. Are you planning on having
Yeah,
him in Oros for the?
yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely. I didn't mention Frizzai, but he is also very likely to stay for the entire from the entirety of the tournament. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So thank you so much for the interview. Do you have any closing thoughts and anything you want to tell your competitors?
Well, I'm like I said, we like it was said. I have by far the biggest team in the tournament with the highest number of player. I really hope that I'll manage to create, a positive environment for my players. And yeah, most important for us is to have some good tournaments. That's something that we enjoy participating in. And yeah, good luck to the other teams.
All right. Thank you so much for being here and have a good night.